Nakula na maboko na yo, naikula na kina sina yo.
The story of my life. I'm about to start something new. Put a lot to tell. I've had a lot of situations going down, which I have to clarify. There's so many coincidences happened in my life as well, especially on my birthday, and I had a birthday surprise from the both parties in my situation. So basically what happened was, on my birthday, it was the 6th September, on Thursday, I had an appointment with the woman from Megiminde, basically. So I went past there on Thursday. That's the coincidence that I'm talking about. I went past there on Thursday. So basically what she did was she offered me a $300 franc. And I was thankful for me, thinking, all right, somebody's trying to help me, but I didn't know everything was in the play. So basically everything was played on advantage, because the mission is they don't want to see me to have cash around. They want, because they have this idea in their head that I said I can live without money. So I don't need money in my life to live, right? So that's the idea they have, and that's the game they're trying to play. So to cut the story short, I left the Geminde, came back to the place they offered me to stay, and coincidentally I had the police coming. Look, the police, they came for control. But unfortunately, the way they came for control, it was very, very weird, in a weird way. First of all, if the police that are doing control in the place or in a establishment, what they do is, first of all, they bring everybody out of the room. Actually, they bring everybody out to check, and then if it's a document control, everybody has to come out and everybody has to give their papers to check. All right. So what happened was, this police, they came with a bill looking for me. But to my understanding, when they came on Thursday, I didn't change my address to nobody. I didn't give my address to no one. So basically, the Gemeinde of Schofli or Berveningen, they already changed the address for me in the system, and unfortunately, they gave it to the police. So basically, it was a Diershof police and the Gemeinde communicating together. So basically, when I left the Gemeinde, they already tell the police that they just left with $300. And imagine, when the police came, the guy was on the other side. There were two of them in clothing, normal clothing, not uniform. So the other one was checking the other side. The lady was on our door in the room where we stay, but she was doing document control. But that document control, I don't know what kind of document control she was doing, because when she knocked on the door, we all came out. The other guy in the room gave a paper, I gave my paper too, and then she looked at the other guy on the other side, the policeman as well. She looks at him, and then she said, yeah, it's Timothy. And the guy said, yes, it's Timothy. Then I said, okay. Basically, are we doing a control of papers, if there's the right documents in this place, or they're looking for specific person? Because if you're looking for me, how do you find me on this address? How do you even know that I live here, whereby I haven't changed my address? Not even the post, not even Gemeinde. So basically, Gemeinde changed the address. And me, after having $300, and the police locked up with a bill of 259, which means, and this bill is 2007 and 16 that I had in Zurich, and in Zurich. You see, coincidence, we call it in Timothy's life. There's a lot of coincidence, and that's another coincidence I had. That's another coincidence I had. After getting 300 bucks from Gemeinde, from this woman, the consultant, the social consultant, and then 15 minutes later, police from Diestov wrote up the bill that I have to pay 259. If I don't pay it, I have to say 3 days in prison. Guys, what a coincidence, isn't it? That's a game, and we're gonna play out. Story goes on. Today I have time. I'm gonna give it to you. And when I went to Gemeinde, I was talking to this woman. The conversation went on about my documents, my renewing of my bay permits, and then becomes the situation whereby my daughter, she has to bring a story of my daughter. She's like, I don't think your daughter wants to stay. She can stay here with you because she's happy. The school where she is. Same story. This is same story. Same song that's been singing by Bishstand. Same song has been singing by everybody. So my daughter, the school where she is, it's the best for her. Basically, she doesn't need to move. So where she is, it's a good way. It's a good place where she is. Then I say to myself, so basically, everybody's concerned about my daughter's well-being. And I told her, why can't I have my daughter in Shoffley and she can go to a Oberveningen school here? She said this school is not for her. She's too intelligent for this school here. So basically the teachers in this school are a little bit too slow for my daughter to teach her. Because I can't move my daughter from that school to bring her to this school, because this school, the teachers here in Oberveningen can't teach. That's what she told me indirectly. She's better off in that school in Zurich, because Shoffley education is not accurate. That's what she told me. It's not accurate. So basically, the plan is nobody wants me to have life with my daughter. And the other thing is, the police came doing their work in a very sloppy way, because first of all, if you're looking for me, I didn't give you my address. I didn't change my address in the system, and you come to the right address. Somebody sent you, and pretending like they're checking on the papers, but they were sent because the plan was for them to get the money out of me. I'll pay my way out because it was my birthday, and they're supposed to meet up with my daughter. So I'll take my 300 bucks. I'll pay them. I'll remain with nothing. That was part of their plan, but it didn't work. It didn't work because they don't want me to see me in money. That's why my work, it's been blocked. They've been blocking me from getting my work to getting work. They've been blocking me from having apartments, because the Shoffley Gemeinde thinks the plan is with the Beistand that I don't get an apartment, because if I get an apartment, I'll get my daughter with me. If I get my daughter with me, if I have a job, I have my daughter. So basically these three things is being blocked from me intentionally by people who knows what they're doing, who thinks they're above the law. And story goes on. So basically the Beistand and the Gemeinde woman, the social consultant woman, they're working together. So their plan is I should not get an apartment, I should not get a job, I should not come close, so that my daughter, she stays here. How do you plan to take my daughter away from me? She's not abused. She's not have a problem. She's not in the street. Actually, my daughter, they're planning to force her into adoption by force, by playing the games without my consent, which is not going to work. It's not going to work, because I know she's South African. She's born South African, and she's still South African. And two, I, the father, who has a custody so correct, I'm dead and I pass to somebody. You can never put my daughter into the adoption or forced care, by force without me agreeing to it, because that's the way it looks now. We start doing child trafficking because she has a father. She has a father. I'm not dead, so you can't force my daughter in any way. Either way, I can get her out of this country by Interpol, because that's child trafficking. I didn't agree to nothing. I didn't give my daughter to nothing. Basically, I didn't abuse my daughter. I didn't do anything wrong to my daughter. So, your situation is created, me not getting my apartment, because that's what you think. I'm going to use my daughter to get money out of Switzerland or to get anything out of Switzerland. My daughter was left with me. She was 3 weeks old in South Africa. I didn't see anybody on my door with a red passport and said, listen here, do you need Pampers? Do you need somebody to look after her? Or when my mother was walking up and down with her carrying at the back, I didn't see anybody with the red passports coming and say, listen, woman, can we help you with your child, carrying her around? But I bring my daughter to Switzerland with my own effort. Now she's 11 years old. The Bistand's trying to play games to foster into a foster care with the group that they've created. A woman she was working as a social worker, and her husband is in Haiti, and they never have a child. So they started making a plan on my daughter, who is 11 years old. I brought her myself to Switzerland. If this family, the foster care family, if they did a child, why can't they go to Africa there with these children there who need care of parents, look after them? They can adopt one if they want to. They can adopt. There's so many children in Congo who are looking for foster care. They're looking for parents to look after them. Than me I bring my daughter here to raise her by myself, and then I have this Bistand trying to force my daughter into a forced family, which they want to force into adoption. They want to force that she can have a Swiss passport, but the father is here. I'm not dead. And trying to manipulate the system to start forcing children to foster care. And then the next thing they start doing is just she starts playing games, playing for the. Because in my understanding, what I know as a Bistand, you're in the middle of the situation. But this Bistand of mine, she's playing for the other team, the colleagues who she took and said they want to have my daughter as a first child. They have money. I don't have a place. And then they goes on the board and start writing to Brokta, you need a house, you need a job. And then they bring my daughter out. You see, your father here, he needs a job. Your father here needs a house. Your father here needs this. This family, they've got everything. They'll give it to you. They've got no child. They've been looking for one so long. They need one. So only my daughter becomes the project of them having a child. But why can't they go to Africa like everybody else to go and pick up children who need care if they want to adopt one? Why they have to make a plan on my daughter, who is 11 years old? She's 11 years old now. But when she was 3 weeks left with me, I didn't see a red passport with a cross on it coming to my house. Come and help me to buy Pampers. So when I bring it to Switzerland, and then somebody has to make a plan on my daughter, we can look after her. We can do homework with her. Who says she needs to do homework? Who said I can't do homework with her? Who said I can't do homework with my daughter? Who said I can't raise my own daughter? Story of my life. Story of my life. So basically the Bistand and the social woman, consultant woman, they start working together. The plan is I don't get nothing. And I try to find a way to get her a Swiss passport. How can you give my daughter a Swiss passport? I, the father who brought you, I don't have a Swiss passport. Because you think if she has a Swiss passport, if I take her to South Africa, you're going to send people to come and to look for her? Why? Another question is, we have a lot of people in Switzerland here who has no job and rough. They have children. Do you go and take their children and put them in the foster care because they don't have jobs and they don't have money? Do you go and pick that children up and say, okay, you can't afford anymore, we take your child and put in a foster care? No, you don't do that. So why you want to do with mine? My daughter, Michaela. Why? Why? Is this how Swiss law works? Some manipulating a system? Blocking me from getting a job, blocking me from having apartments, blocking me from having everything, so that you can manipulate the system, and you start telling a child, listen, your father doesn't have this, your father doesn't have this, we can get you this, they can buy you this, they can buy you this, these people, they can money, they can buy you this, you have a Swiss passport. Hey, this is how the law works now in Switzerland. Some manipulating a system, using police, trying to intimidate me. For what reason? Do I owe anybody money? Do I owe you anything? No. I might owe the government, I might owe something. I don't owe anybody. And as an individual, I don't owe anybody. But why? Switzerland, my beautiful country. My beautiful country, which I love so much. I have a beach down there, and I have a first family there sitting with me, talking in signs, with the interpreter, talking in sign, with a woman from the flag, whatever, the flag office, whatever it is. They're all talking in signs, all planned. And I was looking at them, laughing look at these people, they think I'm an idiot. They're talking in signs, they think I'm not seeing what they're doing. I was just laughing at you guys. I was laughing at you. And the beach stand, believe me, your work is not to scratch. You're gonna lose. She's my daughter. You know, obviously, you can't do nothing without me. If you have to manipulate the system with immigration, yes. Maybe immigration might do you a favor and give you a Swiss passport on my behalf, yes. But I don't know if that's how the system works in Switzerland. And you trying to, and then the Gemeinde woman, the consultant, trying to pitch in as well to help you to complete your work, but your work is not completed until I complete it myself, because I am the one who brought Mickey here. I am the one. Actually, if you're not careful, go and look at the Mickey's birth certificate. The mother's name is Tobile Zamini, and Michaela, she's Yavua, and I am Yavua. So that means that child is mine by law, by reality, by anything. She's my daughter. You want to decide anything above it, you want to accuse me, you want to bring a story about my ex-wife, what she went to put in a court, that you're going to use that against me, you are wrong, because what she did there already, she also put herself in trouble, because my children, they're going to testify. I never do nothing to my children. Even if you go to court, they're going to testify. I never do nothing to them. Whatever she wrote there, it's her own thing. If that's what you're going to use against me, you are mistakenly again. You are wrong. You might put me in jail because you want to waste my time in jail. Give me a bad record. Straf register. I should have a bad one because you want to get me in and out of jail. So that my straf register should be bad. I know it's part of the plan too. And you've been telling my daughter stories. And actually, I don't understand, as a Bishtan, when my daughter, she was thrown out of the house by my ex-wife, Bibi Shkipili, never told me about it. When my daughter went to sleep by the neighbor, by Sam's house, the neighbor, you never told me about it. But about the police looking for her, the whole Zurich, you never told me about it. But how come you are so interested so much to push my daughter into this forced family? What's your interest? What else again? Trying to push me down, or trying to see if I can lose my head and kill myself? You are lying. You are lying. It's a joke. We're joking. The game is not on. Or using the Diersdorf police station to come and frustrate me every now and then. They beat me up. They mess my eyes up, and they're still coming to come and look for me some more. that story is gonna come out. Me, I was beaten by police. Everybody knows. That's the gist of police. I know. Even my ex-wife, she's a witness. She saw my red eyes. She saw my bruises on my face. So you tell me. And the Gemeinde of Schofli trying to play games. They've got apartments there. Gemeinde houses. They've got 2 of them empty. They're trying by all means I don't get none of them. So you tell me, what game are you playing? But your game is not up to scratch, because you can't force my daughter into adoption. You're lying. Unless I'm dead, I agree. I'm sorry. You're playing the wrong name. The game that you're playing, it's a wrong one. Trust me. Trust me. You wanna deport me? Actually, me and my daughter, if me and my daughter were illegal here, then deport us. Because you can't keep her here if she's illegal. Actually, she's not even supposed to be in school. She's illegal. Why is she in school? Why is she in school? She's illegal. So why don't you deport her? Like a father. I'm illegal here. Why don't you deport us? Why don't you deport us? Because now you start fighting her to have a Swiss passport. And then you are frustrating me, you're blocking me from having a job, having an apartment, having peace like everybody else. And you're going to use that against me, against my daughter. And you said lovely Switzerland, schöne Switzerland. Really? What a coincidence, again. On my birthday, being picked up, because they knew it was on my birthday. If they pick me up, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna have this, so they can pin it against me, use it against me. So it didn't work. And used to going on, sending people chasing me around, didn't work. So basically now, are you running out of ideas? You're gonna see everything. I'm gonna give it as it is. I'm gonna give it as it is, because now this game is going too far. You followed me in South Africa. You get guys to put a gun on my head. Took my father's car. You followed me everywhere. And you think you're gonna scare me now? After I've been pointing a gun on my head for 3 guys, and you think now you're gonna come and scare me with the police taking me and put me in jail for 3-4 days? It's not gonna work. I told you guys, kill me, or let me live my life. Or I take my daughter, you sign out, we sign out of Switzerland, we leave. But my daughter, she's not staying here. I'm not gonna leave her here. Unless, if I have to leave her here, I have to be dead. So basically, you'll be sending me back in a coffin, and then she stays here, and then my family will come after, because my family also knows the story about you guys trying to take my child away by force. By force. Everybody knows. My family knows. And my ex-wife is also on top of this thing. She's involved with her and the Bishtan talking together, planning. See? So you guys, watch a game. I'm aware of everything. You can send the police to come and pick me up and put me in jail, because that's the plan. You're going to put me in jail for the next 2 months, because you want the case that my ex-wife opened about me molesting a child, abusing a child, and all that kind of stuff. That's what you're going to use now against me to put me in jail, to waste my time. So I don't get the job, I don't get whatever it is, I don't get apartments. I should be just like nobody. That's your plan. But it's not working. You know why? God is in front of me and He's watching you guys. Whatever you're planning, He's aware of everything. So basically, you're not going nowhere. I'm laughing. You know I'm laughing. You're playing game. You're playing game with the wrong person. Not me. Not me. So So you be stand and the flag, whatever, office, whatever, assistant, whatever. I'm not gonna call your name because next time I'll be mentioning your name. Now I'm just telling you, I'm coming down on you. Your game that you're playing with my daughter, it's not on. You're not gonna get nowhere. You can't force my daughter to be in school. My daughter, she has to be where I'm registered because I'm a sole parent of a child. Where I'm registered, it's where she's supposed to be and go to school. And where I get an apartment, that's where she's gonna go to school. This is how it works in Switzerland. Children move the parents. Children move with the parents. I thought you guys are supposed to encourage children to grow up with that family. But you want to force my child into a foster care. Because they don't have a child. They've been trying to have a child. Now, my daughter becomes a project. Who said I want to give my daughter for adoption? So why didn't the Bishstand open the case against the Flegemutter, Bibish Kipili, about throwing my daughter out of the window and the door and smashing it out of the house, and the children go and sleep by the neighbors, and police start looking for her, the whole Zurich. Why she didn't write that in the report? Did she put that in the report too? For the case? No, she did. I want to see that report. Because that's child abuse, first of all. That's child abuse. Because if you take a child and throw it out and take a clothes and throw them out, is that normal? And what do you call that? Civilization? I don't know. But when we have a meeting yesterday, you didn't mention that. Every time I mention that, you get pissed off. And you know what you were telling me? She was telling me, oh, it's a past, it's already past. It's a past. Somebody abusing somebody's child, it's a past. And then you're gonna fight with me to get my daughter away from me and blocking me from everything, getting a work, getting an apartment, so that my daughter should be abused like that. Really? Really? Is that how Switzerland government works now? Is this? Really? This is how Swiss government works now these days? Frustrating people? Child is getting abused there, it's not a problem, but when it's me, you have to fight and put her into foster care with the family and your friends, actually, your colleagues. As a Bishstand. What's the job of a Bishstand? Playing for the same team or playing for the other team? Or playing for both? Using police to start frustrating me. Especially this your favorite police station, Giesto. They beat me up. You're still using them. I'm coming to that case later. Now I'm just fighting for my daughter. I want to see how the system works, how you manipulate children, psychoanalyzing them, turning them against their parents, like you're trying to turn my daughter against me, by showing that the other family have everything. Your father can't give you nothing. But you, when you grow up, did you grow up in a foster family? You grew up with your mother and your father. So why you want my daughter to want to chuck her in somebody's family? I'm here, I'm still alive. And if these people are looking for children to adopt, there's so many children in Africa there who are looking for that. A lot. They can even fly down to Congo, whatever it is. They can pick up one of the child there they're suffering, they need help. But me, I bring mine in Switzerland. Now she's 11 years old. You come and tell me how I should raise my child, what I should give it to her. But when she was left with me for 3 weeks, I didn't see, like I said, I didn't see a red passport on my door. When she didn't have a Pampers, I didn't see a red passport. When I used to sleep and wake up 6 o'clock in the morning with my child, I have to go to work. I didn't see a red passport to help me. So now I bring her to Switzerland. She's 11 years old now. You come and tell me I can do home. She needs somebody to do homework with. Brother, when she was 3 weeks old, did you come and help me to do homework? In Africa. Because now your first father, you want to do homework with her. You have money to give her. You don't have a child with your wife, so you want my daughter to be your child. Really? So now your bitch tent wants to force adoption into like forged adoption. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna take this time to tell you. So you bitch stand and you demand it shortly, and then you start making up stories that I'm not really registered here. So, well, if I'm not really registered, where am I written? Where? In the Bible? In the book of the record? In Shofli? Guys, your game is just too low. Let it go. Just do things right, like I said. Because I'm not done with you. Next time I'm gonna start even mentioning your names. So people know that now it's manipulating the system. I am the father of Michaela Charlene Celestine Yavo, and I'm the so correct, and I have the right in South Africa, I have a right in Switzerland. So basically, you're gonna move my child anywhere else without my consent, you gonna see me in court. And if it doesn't work in Switzerland, then we're gonna have to bring in Interpol to bring my child home. Or we can deport her and me, because she's illegal anyway. She doesn't have a document. It's expired. She needs to renew passport. Actually, the immigration law is you have to have a valid passport to renew your house price. So, what are we gonna do now? What game are you gonna play? I'd like to see this game. I'm not gonna play it with me. Shofli Gimande trying to hide the apartments. Where you guys Gimande house or Gimande apartment. There are 3 of them, and they're telling you people that to come and visit them first. And for Gimande, I'm looking for apartment to stay with my daughter, agently. They come and check me in Azlan house. They put me in Azlan house, but there's Gimande apartment open. For Gimande. It's not even private. It's for Gimande. You see how it started working now in Switzerland? How Switzerland started working? They put 3 apartments at Gimande there, open. I need one agent as a citizen, as a person. I need one agent, but they're telling me I have to go through the visitation like everybody else. We can't give it away. They're looking for the right people with the right money to pay for it. Gimande. So when you say Gimande, when you say social ill-fate, how do you help? By frustrating people? Do you help by trying to kill them? Or do you help by doing what? Because that's what I know social work is to help other people who are in need, who has been paid tax and VAT and Steuer and everything, and failing Steuer and UIF, whatever, AFAO, story like that. Those are people that social are there to look after, because they've been paying, they've been putting money back into the government, into the system. And then you have this bitch stand. She's trying to be a mother of my daughter as well. She has to decide where my daughter lives and what she eats and where she goes. If you think I'm unfit, father, I would like you to prove it. Don't do evaluation on me. Evaluation of what? Psycho evaluation, or financial evaluation, or physical evaluation. I've got no idea. But she tell me she's gonna do evaluation. I don't know if she understands even that word evaluation is, because sometimes I'm giving a definition to the difference. But with my daughter, we're not gonna go nowhere. Trust me. We're not gonna go nowhere. I live with her, or we live together in peace, like every family. You advise them to live without children, regardless. But my one, no, it has to go in a foster care by your friends because they don't have a child, they need one. Wow, there's a lot in Africa who need they need care. They can go and pick up one, but not my one. They can fly to Africa. There's so many children there eating out of the dumps. They're walking barefoot, no shoes, no what. They can go and pick up one day. They need care, but not my one. Not my one. So Switzerland, what's going on? Is this the new law now we have in Switzerland? Only applies on me or for everybody? Story of my life. So you can send the Düsseldorf police station again. Send them, call them. I'm here, I'm at home. They want to come and pick me up. They come and bring some more bills to pick me up. Yeah, I'm here. They know where I am. We've given them address. Gemander's given them address already. Where to find me. Let's do this. The games. I'm ready. I like it. And we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. Ready? We're gonna play it. Until one lose. There's no me. There's no lose. I'm one man. Trust me. So thank you very much. Your Beistand, your consent for trying to sell my daughter to somebody else. And the flag or whatever it is trying to get me to sign a contract that I don't want to sign, and I will never sign it. Sorry. And my daughter, she's illegal. If you want, you can deport her back. She's South African. It's South African Airways. You can put her in there. But if you're trying to get whatever it is without my consent, that's when that's when we're gonna see how it rains in Switzerland the whole year. This game we're playing, the Beistand, and the woman from Shortly trying to prevent me from getting anything out of everything, trying to play with rough games. And guys, I'm aware of everything. I'm aware of everything. So that's how we're gonna play this. You can use the police trying to put me in jail to waste my time, so I can lose my concentration. I don't concentrate on stuff that I'm supposed to be doing right. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't have a problem. Because this coincidence now is too much now. I think let's get back to reality. And I'm not going to sit with you again, guys, having a meeting and you start having some sign languages. They're speaking there, the Beistand speaking, they're still doing some funny, nose, hands, signs with the Beistand and with the foster care family and the bosses, I don't know, boss from Flag or whatever, social whatever, and the Beistand themselves, and the translator. They start having funny sign languages. I'm looking at you guys, really? Really? So why are we having in this meeting if you guys will be doing some sign language? So which means you already do your meeting already. I'm just here to put my face in it. So next time, bring in more sign languages. I'll read some more for you guys. Okay? I'll do some more reading of your sign languages that you start speaking in the meetings. So, it's the story of my life. My daughter, she's not going nowhere. You go left, you go right, you go up and down. She's still my daughter. She's South African. She was born South African. She wasn't born here. And I'm the right. I have a right for her in every angle. Whatever story you're going to come up with, it's all lie. Whatever you're going to accuse me with, it's all lie. It's all lie. It's the story of my life. It's the story of my life. Can't force my daughter into adoption. You can't push it in a way. You can't. So, let's see. May God bless you.
Hallelujah.